We now, of course, have our confirmation of all 5 vehicles in GT7 1.54 dropping tomorrow, of course. I believe you can pre-download it, some massive file size to get it a little bit earlier, I would presume. I haven't personally done that yet, but I'm going to look into it after making this video. This is, of course, our confirmation of the exact 5 vehicles which we talked about. Like I already said, the one which I'm by far the least interested in is the Suzuki. I'll cover it, of course, in the days following, but I don't really care. The other 4 are the more interesting ones, of course. The Escort RS, which is probably going to be the fan favourite, I think, overall for many people. The Mercedes, which I'm fascinated to try. That one's really going to decide how expensive these 5 are overall. I could see it being anywhere from 10 to 20 mil. I'm expecting 20, so I'm going to try and get about 22, 23 mil for the whole thing just to be safe. Of course, the most solid all-rounder in terms of price, bang for buck, usability will almost certainly be the 911 Turbo S. That's going to be a monster, trust me. It definitely will be, no matter what you do to it. And of course, we also have the Porsche Mission E, which I'm quite curious to try out. It should be hopefully more useful than most of the Vision GT type stuff. Of course, built for Porsche's 75th anniversary, and if the 917 Living Legend is anything to go by, that's quite a useful car in its own way. This one could be quite good as well. Along with that though, we do have confirmation of other stuff as well. One thing which really annoys me, because the only vehicles which I don't have now in the game is just the last 3 Ferraris, which I've quite literally from day 1 of GT7 never received a single invitation to buy, and I've been waiting to the entire time. Another Ferrari collection book involving another Ferrari that you have to be invited for, the Ferrari Enzo. So that one's just annoying. It's like a slap in the face to me at this point. You have to be level 48 for that one anyway, so for some it won't apply, but for most of us, by now it probably will. We have very cool news of another new wheel manufacturer being added, Rotiform, including probably most notably steelies, which of course has been discussed a lot on the Discord for the channel. We're really loving that that is added to the game, and it's going to make a lot of JDM builds, a lot of like undercover or sleeper builds or stock looking builds, in other words, look really good on those kind of rims, and you could also make some nice base model rally car looks out of it as well. We have 3 new career mode events, so not quite as many as you'd probably be hoping for or expecting. We have a Jimny event, surprise surprise, at Grand Valley. We have a Porsche event at Laguna Seca, and a Turbo Cars event at Panorama as well. I could have sworn there already was one of those, but I guess not. So 3 new events to do, which will take all of probably 10 minutes to do all 3 of those. We have new Sophy events, or new Sophy circuits, I should say in particular, at Trial Mountain and Tokyo. So that's always cool. Another event where you can have more interesting AI is never a bad thing. And of course, the confirmation which we've all been waiting for, Colorado is finally being added to Scapes, which is pretty awesome as well. So beyond that, we'll have to see as far as engine swaps. Nothing really mentioned there as far as I could see in the article, which I'll link from the Gran Turismo website down below in the description, but we'll have to see. We usually get at least 5 of those, so like I said, we'll see tomorrow. No circuit, which of course is unfortunate. At least it is 5 cars to play with though, and of course I will feature all of these in the coming days on the channel. As usual, I'll feature my overall initial thoughts of the entire update tomorrow when it comes out. Then on Friday, we'll talk about any new motor swaps that are applicable, and of course we are also this week celebrating the 100th members video on the channel, which is just wild, covering including many other things, classic Gran Turismo titles like GT2 and GT4 as well, and then of course in the following days we'll talk about all of the cars, and doubtless some special projects will come from this down the line as well. So stick around tomorrow for my initial thoughts and overview if you are maybe holding back on reinstalling the game or downloading the update, and that's it for the confirmation. So I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.